Hey guys, XX Chicken Jizz here, and today I am making a tutorial video. On what, John? You may ask me, 'cause I'm so beautiful. Yeah, I know you said that. Yeah. Well, it's on this thing called Scratch. So what Scratch is, like a thing that it's easy to program with. It's like programming for beginners, absolute beginners, absolute beginners. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video because I'm going to be absolute beginning. This is gonna be how to make a simple RPG. So this is not gonna be too complex, but it's gonna be super duper simple. Okay. So should we start as our main character? Yeah, we'll use him as our main character. First off, let's resize this guy. Actually, we should just make this smaller. Convert to. It's easier to cut the bitmap because it makes it a lot easier just to do this. Because it just makes it easier, you know. Life is easier. You could use the other one. It's called vector, but it just makes this easy. Life is so much easier. Okay, I want to give a shout out to my friend RJ. He has a channel now, and he's just beginning. I don't know why I would say that in a video of a tutorial, but who cares? Oh yeah, I'm also changing my name to Mr. McDeath. So this is the last video I'll have my name, Extra Chicken Shiz, and I'll miss that name. Okay, so let's make a quick background. What's your background be like? This is gonna be very simple. You can change it up all you want. I don't care what you do, but you can just do this. Let's just color this in, and this. And to know you're inside, you know what I like to do? I like something like this, so it looks like you're inside a house. Yeah, let's see, make a little house at least. And maybe just for design, let's do that color is better. Yeah. So save this, and let's say when this is clicked. So you can use this for multiple things. You can use this move your sprite to a certain position. Say if I want my sprite to be here in the start of the game, I'd say when this is clicked, go to thing, and say if I wanted them to say, "Oh, good morning," I could make them go say, "Good morning." So that's basic. You can make him say whatever you want. You can make him do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter what you do. But you say if I move him here, if I click this thing, say good morning. That's another simple thing. Another thing I need to tell you guys about is moving your character. There's many ways, two main ways of making your character move around. So say when this fight is clicked, okay, so you go to control and put forever if I just do this, it makes it a lot easier. So put it in 4 times, and then get 4 of these. This is the most basic thing. It's just to make your character move. There's 2 ways, but I find this way the best because it doesn't really flip your sprite around. So it just makes your sprite do anything. So let's just do something very quickly. Duplicate, and if you want, you can flip this image so it can move right as well. Make sure your sprites are in the same area because that can really mess you up if say you have a wall. Trust me, see, here, they're in the exact same area. Because say if you have a wall, okay, say if I make this wall, you can't go through it. But say if this sprite was say over here, if I was to go on this sprite, he would be in the wall and he could not escape. So always make sure your sprites are in the same area, like this. This is a useful tidbit. So let's actually start programming the thing. So you can make it you can make this WAS and D all you want. It doesn't really matter what you do. Left. So what you're going to want to do, this is the best way, so you can easily make it. So when you press up, say switch costume to costume 1, and what you're going to want to do is go to change Y by 10, then duplicate this, put it in the down arrow, and say -10. That's the easiest way I found to do it. Now to make it go left and right, so say right I'll say custom 3, right? Is that the right one? No, it's custom 2. Custom 2. And then change X by -10. Duplicate. Switch this to 3. Maybe 1 actually. And change this to 10. Sorry, but this needs to actually be 1 because that's looking right. Yes. Now if I click this, you say good morning. I can move them up, down. Oh, wrong way. I kind of inverted things. Sorry. Let's fix that. So, kind of invert the game by accident. Sorry about that. So it's actually 10 to move right there. See, you can move around perfectly and fine. So that's just a way to make him move very easily. It's a lot easier than making him do the flip thing because you have to make like a new sprite for everything. Like, it's hard to explain, but you know, if some of you like that people already use it will know exactly what I mean. So, okay, next thing, the thing that makes you go outside. So let's quickly program it outside. 1 second now. Let me just do something. Okay. Paint new backdrop, and let's just make this a nice green field with a pink house. No. Undo. That's the undo button there. Now what you want to do is like get this thing. You can do whatever you want. Like this is just a quick like design for a house. This is what I find the best to make houses easy. And there you go. A simple outside. Now what you're gonna want to do, okay? There you go. Now you're gonna do this. And this is gonna be quite complicated to tell you. What you want to do is make a new sprite. Okay, let's just go back to here. Oh yeah, this is also another thing. Sorry, the thing's lagging out quite a bit. So if you click, okay, if you press look, when this when this is clicked, make it switch to whatever background you want, backdrop you want. So this is backdrop 1, so it goes into your house. Now, next is programming, like how to make it move. So what you want to do is make a new sprite, make it whatever color your like background here is, and make a small little blob with it. No, wrong blob. Sorry, a small little blob with it. Okay. Sorry, I didn't move it to here. Okay, that was quite hard to do because you couldn't see it. But now, when this sprite is clicked, first off, put show because you're gonna want to make a hide when you like it's hard to expand, but you'll see why in a second. Click show, and then go to these coordinates, whatever you want to put it. It instantly like, changes your coordinates wherever you put the sprite, and then do this. Okay, when this is clicked, forever if touching sprite, if you're ever clicking on sprite 1, or you make a mouse clicker if you want, like mouse pointer, or if it clicks on it or something. Okay, now this is gonna be the difficult bit. Like this is like pretty easy to make an RPG, but you're gonna put broadcast message 1. You can change it, like say, I'm just gonna call this go outside. Now what broadcasting does, it kind of like it's kind of like a message. It's telling what your game to like a message. So with that you can make very simple like or very complex things. Sorry about that, my thing just went in the way. But it's actually really good. You'll like it. It's really necessary if you want to make good games. So next what you're going to want to do is this, okay? So you want to actually make the broadcast do something. It's not going to do anything if it just is there. So what you're gonna want to do is when I receive, go outside. You're gonna go to looks and switch backdrop to whatever backdrop you want. So for now, I want to use a 2. So instantly go to 2. So then, if I start the game over, good morning, yeah, shut up, and I can move around. I go here. See? Now you don't want a little brown thing on your lawn. So what you're gonna want to do, or anywhere actually, it don't really matter where you want it. You just don't want it there. So what I'm gonna do is when I receive this, hide, and this is where this comes into play. The reason the show is here. Say if I didn't have the show, look what happens. It'll be there, okay, and I'll go down, I'll focus, it'll disappear. When I repress it, it won't be there. See? So you have to have the show there. Make sure you have show. Now, what you're gonna want to do next is, you don't want your wall or your character flying through walls like a pro maniac. You don't want that in your game. Who does? Wait, so I'm just checking the sprites that they're the same in the same area, because it's one of the most important things. 1 second. When you're making walls, as I said before. So that's great. Now what you're gonna want to do is this. When this is clicked, forever if say touching wrong thing, touching color, let's say black, and let's put something else as an example. Let's say this color, the bottom here. Wrong thing. Why do I keep making that mistake? Like how much? I count how much times I make that mistake. But this, as like say a table. Let's pretend this is a table. Okay, it's a table. Don't question how or why. It's a table. Now let's just make this very simple for ourselves. Simple stuff. That's all you have to do. I'm actually a quick peek at my game that I'm making, like 2 RPGs that I'm making after this, so you can see like how easy it actually is to make it, even though it looks complex. So forever if touching color black, and let's add. Okay, these look very complicated, I know, but they're actually not simple. So say if you're touching color this, or touching color this, and you can do this as much as you want. You can add as much of these as you want over and over, but for now I just need 2. Forever if touching color. Now what you want to do is this: duplicate, wrong thing, duplicate, duplicate, and duplicate. This makes it realize just 10 times easier. Now do this: duplicate this there, wrong thing, and put the entire thing away. Let's keep doing that, and I'll tell you why in a second. Okay. Now what you're going to want to do is opposite everything you did there. So see why this is 5? Make this -5. See how this is 5? Make this positive 5. I hope you understand these maths terms, because I cannot explain this right now. So just going to try oppositing everything, okay? And now what that would do is this. You're going around having nothing. You don't want to walk through your table. You won't walk through it. You don't. If you want to go down, you won't walk through your walls. It makes life so much simpler. No walking through walls. Like, come on. In real life, would you just want to fall through your floor? No. That's whack. So, now that we can go outside, and these will all hide, and we can walk around, it's nice. Another thing you might want to try doing is try to make an animation cycle. In this, they already have an animation cycle. So I'm going to just duplicate this to flip it around. Flip. No way. This is unacceptable. You know how much... This is unacceptable. 1 second. I'll be back when I fix this problem. Okay, so I made the thing perfect. I think. You know how much that annoys me after you watch the first part. Well, first half. So now I'm thinking, what was the point of that? If you want to make it, you can have as much of these as you want. You just have to repeat this over and over what I'm about to show you. Okay? This is what I'm going to do. When you're making your animation cycle, like what you want to do is when you change the thing Y by 5, under that switch costume to costume. This is going up to 1. Then you want to go to controls and put wait. Don't leave it as 1 second. We'll change it in a second. Costume to costume 2. Now, if you want, you can make this as slow as you want, but I normally put it to 0.2 to make it look a bit more fluent. Look at this. It kind of stars out your movement slightly though. It's the only problem about using the change Y by. Kind of makes it like stuttery. But it's okay, you don't really need it, but it just makes it look a bit more smooth. Well, not really smooth, make it realistic. And then you can put the wait a couple seconds. Wait. Sorry. I'm trying to fix my computer up. Wait 1 second. And switch costume back to normal. You can do as much as you want, but I don't really want to put this in because this makes it look a bit more like ridiculous. But yeah, so that's how you do that. What I'm gonna do is make a simple character. What I'm gonna do is just make a circle with eyes, or a square with eyes, whatever you want to call it. There we go. If you want to make it small, I don't. You can make your own sprite. I'm just doing this like as an example. You make whatever you want. Don't listen to me. Honestly, I make this out of this pure curiosity. I made this one day and put it in one of my games, but the game got deleted by accident. So that messed up. Like what we're gonna do for now, I just want him to do this. When this sprite is clicked, hide. But when I receive go outside, I want him to show. I want him to go somewhere also when he like starts. So if he's here, I want him to go there. And you can make your CPU move around the same way you do this instead take away the up arrow. So I'll show you what I mean. When I receive go outside, forever change Y by thing. Let's say wait. Let's just do repeat actually, because that'll make it a lot easier. Repeats are like things that repeats. It's simple. It's in the name. So if I make him repeat this 5 times, he'll move 5. They move X by 10 5 times. And then if I want him to change it, like duplicate, say, and make it say with the y-axis, okay? The y-axis. Sorry for background noises. I know it's really weird hearing background noises, but nothing you can do about it. Duplicate this again. You know the story. Duplicating is the B in the milkshake. I make it minus. I make it minus. Look what that will do. Good morning, yeah, Scrubboard. Can't go through this, can't go down here. And you see, he'll move around frantically. What I wanted to do, if you don't want to make him move frantically, is do this. Wait, 0.5 seconds. And duplicate that in each one, like so. Now what you're gonna want to do is make this like slower, because you don't want to wait 1 second for it to move every single time. You just want it to move around, you know? Move around. Okay. So, after he moves around frantically for this long every single time he moves around, what you're gonna want to do is, if he's touching you, you want to make him, you want to make a fight scene. You want to make a good fight scene. Like, I made an Undertale game and it was really hard. It looked really hard because you have to make all the moves. But if you just want to make a regular fighting game, it's gonna be a lot easier. So I'm gonna do paint new backdrop. Normally, what I do, like, this is what I did when I was just beginning to make games and I was getting new to it. What I did was this. You don't have to do this. You can make whatever scene you want. Make this big if you want. Make this black. I don't care. Well, I do care, but it doesn't really matter what color it is. Make this whatever you want. Yeah, and if this video helped you and you made a game, please send me the game. Like, me the link for the game. I would really love to play it. Like, I love playing games on like Scratch. So now what you're seeing is him moving around. Now what you're gonna do is duplicate this, but in this one he's gonna be your fire version. So you're gonna delete everything. He is going to be here because it's a lot harder to make a fight thing for him. Why he's able to move. Trust me, it just makes it really complicated. So just make another sprite for fighting. Okay. So now, when you walk up to him, he's not gonna do anything. You have to make sure he makes some broadcast on him. Sometimes you go outside. Forever. If you know what to do here. Touching, the sprite. Touching sprite 1. Broadcast. Let's call this fight. Fight. And you see, he's still spinning around. But this thing can do this. We're gonna duplicate his sprite too. Like, you don't have to duplicate sprite. You can just make him stop moving when you broadcast fight. Like, when you broadcast fight, you can stop other sprite scripts in the sprite. But you don't want to do that. Well, you do want to do that if you need to. What I normally do is just make a new sprite. Now, what you're gonna do is make these are the two main sprites, okay? These are the two main sprites. So you want to keep them in there. So what you're gonna do is, when I receive, fight, hide. After your fight, we can broadcast another thing when he dies that he will, like, show back again. But what you're gonna do, I want to make this guy bigger so he looks more intimidating, I don't really care about this one because he's different. I see this. When this is clicked, hide. When I receive fight, show. Let's add another hide in there. Duplicate. I know he won't be able to be outside, but like, still, just in case. And also for you, when I receive fight, hide. Now this way, say if I move him here, and I press fight, he'll spawn here. But I want to spawn here, so you know what to do. When I receive fight, go to thing. This guy's going to turn to annoy me, so hide. When I receive, go outside. But let's duplicate this because that's actually a good position for me. You can make him wherever you want to go, but I like making him in like the corners because it's like a boxing ring, good fight. Get ready for like a beat down. When I see fight, go there. So what this will do, that's also why you need show. See that? He disappeared because I didn't put show at the start of his script. Now I'll show him. So look what this does. You can go here, touch him. Yeah. One more thing I need to change instantly and now. Okay. So when you go outside this door, okay, this thing, you spawn right here where you were. You don't want that. So when I receive, go outside. For this sprite? No, this sprite. Let's just show him first now. When I receive, go outside. I want him to just go here because I don't want him spawning over here. Sorry, I'm slowly telling you this, but sorry if this annoyed you if you're recording it. If you're making a video, making a game while I'm showing you this. What you want to do is make him go here. So, when I receive, go outside, you know, go there. This video is getting really long, but there's so many stuff I need to show you. So I might make a part 2 of this, but let me finish what I'm doing right now, and then I'll end up the video. So, now look, when I go outside, he's actually out his door. Now if I touch this guy, he's still moving around because I didn't program him properly. When I receive, fight, hide. One second. I think I did something very wrong. Okay, so he's here. He actually hid. I was just being a stupid idiot. I forgot to take this away. Now, another one. You want to make this change sprite as well. When I receive, you know, fight, switch back to 3, and now they're in a fight scene. Now, you might think, how do you make like little bars? Now that's the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. Hide. Okay. The thing is, if you're copying, okay, make sure you delete all the unnecessary things. Like I know I'm still saying this, but you need to delete all the unnecessary things. Now, if you go to get in a fight, yeah. But you must be thinking, how do you make those little menus come up that show you the fight is? They're actually completely different sprite. So, you need to make it like this. You need to have, first off, I don't know, you can make this whatever you want, but I like making it like a small black box. Well, that's a bit too big, 1 second. You can make like any type of fight scene you want. I like making it like a Costco RPG saw. Okay, so there you have it. Let me put some white in the middle of this so it kind of like blends in. And they want to have another sprite. But first off, when I receive this, hide. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. What you're going to want to do is make a new sprite. If you want, you can make whatever you want, like items or something. But for now, I just want to call it fight. Fight. Make that black. And normally what I do is make that bigger, so that's what I'm doing. Doesn't really matter where you put this because this is a very small sprite. So you can put it wherever you want. Say this. When this guy is clicked, easy. Hide. When I receive, fight. Show. And go there. Now, what you want to make it do is, when this sprite is clicked, make it broadcast something. Make it broadcast something called, say, attack. And I can do this. Let's make one more thing very quickly. A life bar. For now, I'll make it very generic. Like simple. Normally what I like to do is make a fight and a run button because, you know, sometimes you just don't want to fight enemies. So here's what the text for run would look like. Obviously everyone knows what it would look like. Run. And you can make that bigger and stuff. If you want, you can make them do attacks. I mean, you can make them have like items, but I might make that in the next video when I am making this. For now, that's all you need to do. So now we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty stuff. Now we see fight show, yeah, but I mean make it high when you start the game off. Okay. Wrong one, sorry. Now, I was testing you people. Did you realize I didn't put the coordinates in? Yes, we did. Oh. Well, so it's about me. Because I completely forgot. It would have been a minor like mistake, but still. You need your coordinates. Next. You're gonna have to make it do something. So like see, you make this guy attack when this Sprite is clicked. And let's just make him a life bar like I was going to do. Like the enemy here, a life bar. Because he needs a life bar to lose if we attack him. You're going to want to make like a life bar. I don't want to make it yellow because most games like are yellow. So just make it yellow. Now don't fill in the box. Duplicate it first, okay? Because you'll see why in a second. Now here you can fill in the box because it's a full life. We're only making have 2 life bars, okay? This half health. This is somewhere around half health. Who cares how good it is right now? This is just like a sample one. So we're gonna make one more. I'm gonna make it fully red. Oops. And here. I'm supposed to duplicate the first one because that'll make it a lot easier in my life. Duplicate. There we go. I like doing it like this because it makes it look a lot cooler. I don't like it doesn't really matter how you make it, but if you want you can resize the sprite. No. So when it starts off it'll be here and you can like resize it with this up button here to call it shrink. That's great. So now what you're gonna do is when okay, so now what you wanna do is get when I receive attack and do this. This is like just one thing for now. Switch costume to costume 2. So then you'll be like this much down. Okay? And then after that you want to broadcast half health. Like you don't have to do this unless you want to use like data, make a variable on that. But it just doesn't look as good on the screen because you don't want like that little thing on. But it would make your life a slight bit easier. But you would have to make so much variables for it. It's unreal. Broadcast. So what I like to do is broadcast. New message. Half HP. And now it knows this. When I hit him again, I can make it that when I receive half HP. When I receive fight. If 1 second. Sorry about that. So what you're actually going to want to do is do this. When he broadcasts half of the HP, go onto your Sprite cat, well, your attacker, your fight button, and do this. When I receive half HP, okay, I know there's a lot of broadcasting. Broadcast another thing. Broadcast You can call this whatever you want. You make this whatever you want. You can have as much health as you want. Like, it doesn't really matter how much you have. That's gonna make a really hard game. You can make it one shot. But new message would be like, this is what I'm just gonna write for now. Finishing move. Now, go back to the sprite here, and then add descriptive. When I receive, oh, wrong thing. Sorry, my fault. When I receive finishing move, switch costume to costume 3. You can die in a fire. And broadcast death. Broadcast. New message called death. Now you can make a like death animation and all, like what I do in one of my games, but I don't really you don't really need it. Now, what we're gonna do is go back to this guy. Which one was it? Was it the fight button? When I receive death, you want it to go back to normal. Like when I receive death, hard. Sorry. Okay, this is a quick tidbit. If you delete something by accident, go to edit, and go on undelete. Then you have it back, right where you found it. Now, duplicate. I keep getting those mixed up. Sorry about that. And then duplicate this one more. It shows how much you have, but I want this to go away, and for this to go away. So that's all I want to go away when I receive death. Put it into him. Duplicate. Put it into him. Now, actually, let's make this a bit more fancy. When he actually changes his sprite, you want to see that he's dead, you know? Sorry, one second. I just saw something. I think this would look a bit cooler, actually, instead of having red, yellow. Yeah, it looks better. Better! You don't need to have red, yellow, level. 1 second, I'll color. You can have whatever color you want. But yellow just looks the coolest to me. There we go. So now that that's all taken care of, when you see that, I want him to wait 1 second just so you know he's dead. You can see the death in his eyes. Another thing I wanted to do was when I press fight, when I attack, when the sprite is clicked, wait a little. I think it's going to be like 0.5 seconds. And then do that again, but wait 1 second. It just makes you like not be able to spam it, because I don't want you to all be like spam, spam, spam. And maybe in the next episode, I'll make the NPC do attacks. So I'll make the NPC be able to do attacks. So you don't need to worry about that until like maybe next week when I'm gonna upload the video. But this video is getting really long, so for now, we have to make the background change, because we can't just have versus background when your sprite comes back up. So you're gonna put it back to whatever sprite you had when you found the enemy. So mine was backdrop 2. You can rename the backdrops if you want to as well, but I barely ever do that because it just kind of wastes some time on the time that you could be, you know, making actual game. So when I receive death, switch background to backdrop 3. I mean, to 2. Whichever backdrop you want. It doesn't really matter. So yes. Now you need him to show. So when I receive death, Now, okay, the thing is, you don't need to redo this part because he's dead. So, unless you run away, we'll program the runaway next episode. So, what you're gonna want to make. Whoopsies! Didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. Okay, so when I receive death, now where do we want him to be? So, where did he ever find him? I mean, this guy. Okay, let's show him for now and look where he is. Whoops. Show. 1 second. See that? That's the thing with duplicating stuff. Because I forgot to take this away. It could be basically all in the same competition. I know I did a bit of a mistake when doing this. So here we are. Here he is. Oh, fine and dandy. He found him around here. So make him go there. Now receive death. Go to that position. And also, you know, show. Now, let's try the game out. Good morning. Yes, he cannot walk through the table. Cannot walk downwards. Yes, it's great. If you fight him, great. Fight. Yeah, so it worked. Thing is, I forgot to make him show. Did I? Yes. I never see. You don't really need to move this guy because he's in such a big position that you're not gonna miss him. But just in case, you know, put him back to there, and then you can make him show. Yeah. And also, when you receive fight, change this to its first costume. Just these. This is what it looks like a bit better. So there you go. Made a little game in like the span of like 30-40 minutes. So you can fight. Oh, we one-shot him! Yay! Woohoo! Woohoo! Critical attack's too strong. Oh, yeah, that's it. You could, if you want, you can make him that you can't walk through the house, which would be a good idea. But you already know how to do that after this video. So now what I'm going to show you was one of the games I'm currently working on. Okay, guys, I'm back, and this is the game I'm currently working on. I'm trying to make an Untitled clone and a full one. So far, I've made a couple of fights. I've made all of Frisk. This took me quite a while to make. Look at all that stuff. Yeah, it took me quite a while to make it. But that wasn't even comparable to this. This is madness. This isn't madness. This is Sparta. That took me forever to make. I also made Sans. He's very quick. I made this guy. Well, I didn't make him. I got some sprites off other Scratch games and online. I even got the Gasta Blaster, the baby G over here. So I might as well just play a quick run through the game. A long time ago from now, a very awful fight started when China finished its super army. A war lasted a couple million years, and around 50,000 years between, a pride child was born. His dad was Chinese and mom American. One day while the child was asleep, a Chinese man came and killed his mom and attempted to kill the child. The kid survived. He joined the army at the age of 12, but 1 week during a shootout, a mad scientist came and injected himself and attempted to kill everyone. After a few years, all Chinese men were monsters. Sorry, it's running so slowly. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, sorry he was moving so slowly. I was like experimenting with the movement speeds here. So he's gonna be a bit faster now. I know. The sparks are in the same exact area. That looks really stuttery. I'm gonna fix that eventually. I finish the game. So what you're going to do is you're gonna have a nice dainty walk. Dainty walk down the steps. Right into this area. Nice dainty walk. Okay. It's great, isn't it? You're gonna go into this room and you're gonna find this guy. You're gonna touch him, and you will enter a fight. Sauce about that. So here's the fight. You're able to move the heart around, some stuff. For now, I'm gonna keep him on the ground because I don't want him in the air because that'll be hard to dodge the second attack after this. See, that's simple enough. And these things come after you. Simple as. These guys can't hit. Oh, they hit me. They don't really go far enough. I should make them go far enough. Oh, okay, guys, right now. They're just missing all their attacks. Oh god. Go, 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 go. Okay. Well, I finished the attack. Just trying to keep on finishing that one. Beat me then. Beat me. Oh god. Sorry, but you can't do that. Get ready. Sorry, the game is just glitching out. 1 second. There's more boss fights, but right now I don't really have time to show you the boss fights. This kind of like this reminds me of Undyne, but I don't really have time to show you all the boss fights. But yeah, so that's the small game I made. It's like there's like I think there's 2 more fights, but I can't really show you them right now because there's not enough time in the video. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like to hit the like button in the face, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.